G'day, welcome to my channel. My name's Sim Bungie and today we're looking at 5-cent coin noodling results. On the table in front of us, we have the results, the best results, the worst results and mixed results from $100 of 5-cent coins. Australian, Aussie 5-cent coins. That's 2,000 coins that I have looked through very closely within the last 2 weeks. Yeah, it took me 2 weeks. I ended up sustaining a noodler's injury. The old split finger. Keep noodling a joy. Don't push yourself too hard. Was it worth it? Well, yeah, yes and no. That's why I'm making this video, because look, some people take up adult colouring for stress relief and other people take up 5-cent coin noodling. I found some pretty cool stuff though. Let's start with the worst. Okay, this is the first time I've nearly had a noodling injury. This was in the bag of returns. This made it, along with that cat hair, this tack made it into the 5-cent bag. Lucky I wasn't plunging my hand in randomly. Yeah, I don't know if I got ripped off 5 cents because of that tack. I didn't count all the coins. Oh, by the way, here's the coins. I have done the work. I don't want to knock over my piles. But in this bag is 2,000 5-cent coins. So that's rejects. And this is keepers. And the keepers are, it's pretty darn slim. Pretty darn slim. Let's keep going. Move that out of the way. I found a few tuataras from New Zealand, and out of them I've kept 5. I threw maybe 8 of them back because they were just not worth keeping, and if you were collecting 5-cent coins you wouldn't bother. So they went back into circulation. Ooh, and got my little mate here. This is, I do not advocate for coin vandalism, but I find these all the time. This one came in this batch. It's like as soon as someone gets a drill press, the first thing they do is grab something hard to drill into that doesn't cost much, which would be a 5-cent coin, and drill the eyes out. And I've got a few others in the series now. And I wouldn't even say they're done by the same vandal. So yeah, that's just they're not worth anything. If anything, they're worth less than 5 cents because they're vandalized. But I found one echidna with his eyes drilled out. Ooh, now this is where we get into the, like, that's just the novelty, should not even be in the bag. What the heck was that doing there? This I'm going to be very careful with, and I'll get out. This other coin here is a comparison coin. I'll use this light. Hopefully you can see. I found a 1980 5-cent coin, just a standard echidna design. The one that I'm talking about really is this one here on the right. And that one is just gem, uncirculated, super high grade. What have I got next to it? An 83 that's pretty good. But nothing like that 1980. Just put that down so I can flip him over. And look, it's probably only worth 5 cents, but I thought it would be a crime against coins to throw back such a nice, mint condition, beautiful 5-cent coin. If you're ever trying to do a date run, the coin on the right here is the one that you would be looking for your set. So it'll only cost me 5 cents to hold on to him. Back on the table there. Don't want want to put my grubby fingerprints all over them. What else have I kept? Turn this light off. 2016. The reason I kept the 2016, this is the standard 2016. This is not the decimal currency obverse. Just because it's nice grade. And they are pretty common. But I did want to mention, if you're using a Renix catalogue, be it the older one, which is this one here, the 30th edition, or the current one, which would be the 31st, there is an error in the mintage figures stated in this. So if you're using this book as your only reference point, they have more than doubled the figures on the 2016 Echidna standard 5-cent coin. Probably makes very little difference when your mintage is up at right 34 million, but I don't know, seems like a bit of a waste when you find nice ones to just keep tossing them back. What else did I keep? I've kept 8 of the 2019 IRB effigy 5-cent coins with the Echidna, and I've only kept them because someone else has asked me for some, so they're there. And I did find probably another 6, and I threw them back because they were grubby, not worth keeping. And these ones here are the 2020 5-cent Echidna with the Jodie Clark effigy, and I kept 14 of those. So the mintage on the 2019 IRB is 46 million, and the 2020 Jodie Clark effigy 34 million. And I found just the one. In 2,000 coins, I only found one 2021 Echidna. So I'm hanging on to those coins not for myself, just because someone wants new issue coins. And there you go. It doesn't cost much. You can have them. Now we get into the cool stuff. Lower mintage coins. This is a 1972. I'll turn that little light back on and turn it up really, really bright. There we go. 1972. Not the highest grade. It's definitely seen a bit of circulation, that one. But I found one of him. 8.25 million is the mintage on that coin. So that was the low mintage coins, and that is a disappointing noodle. Out of 2,000 coins, I only found the one low mintage coin. I didn't find any 2016 decimal currency obverse, like the changeover coins. There's a mintage of those of 4.79 million. Didn't find a single one. I didn't find any 2019 Jodie Clark effigy Echidna coins as well. Mintage on them, 4.05 million. They are the lowest mintage coins, like the lowest minted 5-cent coins, and probably the most collectible at the moment in circulating coins. So I sort of just, I don't know, I'm not seeing them out there. People might just have them and they're hoarding them. So I've got a few in my collection, but didn't find a single one this round. That's odd. I normally find a few, but yeah, only the 172. Oh well, 'tis what it is. Well, there's only 5 not intended for circulation coins in the 5-cent coin series. And the reason why I keep noodling 5-cent coins like a maniac is because I've set myself a rather unachievable goal. The 5 not intended for circulation coins in 5 cents are your 1985, because they were mint sets only, and there was around 170,000 of those produced. There's your 1986 Echidna, mint sets only again, 180,000-ish of those produced. There's 2017 Bananas in Pyjamas coloured 5-cent coin. There was only like 20,000 of those produced, a bit over. 2019 Moon Landing 50th anniversary 5-cent coin. 55,500 or so of those were produced. And a 2019, there was an echidna where, again, the commemorative part of the coin was the obverse, the same as the decimal currency changeover. So it was the effigy. The effigy on the front of that coin from 2019 was the Mary Gillick effigy that first came into use in 1953. And there were only 14,700 and something of those made. And that's the 5. So of those 5, I want to collect a 1985. I'd like to noodle a 1985, I should say. I do own a 1985 5-cent coin, but I want to noodle one. So if I add up all the figures for rough mintages on those 5 not intended for circulation 5-cent coins, it comes in at about, look, I didn't add in proofs or anything like that, so let's just say it's a bit under 500,000 coins. And when you consider how many million 5-cent coins are out there in circulation, just to find one would be amazing. So my 1985 is the goal. If I find a 1986, I definitely wouldn't complain. And I know it's an impossible, nearly impossible goal, so I don't lose any sleep over it. It's just a bit of fun. So that's why I keep noodling. Anyway, that's just a bit on the mintages and why I'm really interested in this rather trivial, small and hard to noodle denomination. It's fun. It's fun if you make it fun. And the next bit of what I've got to show you is where it gets fun for me. And I really hope that I can show you these little errors that I've found. I'll turn this light back on here. This one here is a 2014 echidna. Oh, way too bright. Turn it down, Sim. I've got to turn down the enthusiasm. See, look, I'm too shaky. Okay, so on the obverse here, there is a really, really tiny cud on the queen's neck. Okay, I will throw that light away and we'll go with the stick and aim this way. Ooh, bit of a party going on the bench there. What I'm talking about is this. It's minuscule. It's there. Can you see it now? It's at the end of the stick. It is the smallest cud, but it's a high grade, like still uncirculated coin. So you can see this teeny tiny cud. Anyway, it's just a little something. It's just a little something that's kind of nothing. Is it collectible? Is it worth more than 5 cents? I don't know about that. It's just a bit of fun. So there are a lot of cuds and errors that you can find on 5-cent coins, and that's why I look through them as well. Broad strikes, partial collar errors. They're where I want to be. That's why they are the coins. But you have to do a lot of looking to do just a little bit of finding. Okay, what have I got here? This is a cud on sort of on the spine here. So it's on, if we're looking at it, the right-hand side, but it would be the echidna's left. And there's just a big... Can you hear the black cockatoos? Thanks, guys. Trying to do something here. There's a big card right here. So there's been a chip in the die on the reverse here, and the metal has just produced this little obtuse lump. So that's not meant to be there. the state of this coin here, like look at the obverse, that's just gross. So that's more you can find those. And what have I got here? Oh, this is this is something interesting. What I was trying to find in this hunt, I wanted to find a few more flamingo errors, but this is my first example of what is known as a sticky beak error. Or I think that, yeah, sticky beak. So if you look here, the echidna's beak, there is a chip. It's actually a die crack, and it's caused the metal to again be obtuse, and it just looks like his nose, which is on echidnas they're known as beaks. That's why he's got a sticky beak. And it looks like he is just joined onto the top of the 5. To me, it looks like he's licking the 5 because echidnas have nice long tongues. So yeah, just that bit there. So that's my first sticky beak error, and that is on a 2001. Right, final 2. These are shout outs for help. The coin in question is the one on the left. Turn this light back on. The coin on the right is there just for comparison. So there's something going on with this left-hand side coin, just the way it looks. I'm not really sure. So when in doubt, pull it out. Keep it. It only costs you 5 cents. And this is easily some of the worst camera work of all time. But what I'm trying to explain to you is the coin on the left-hand side, that one there, it looks like it's been struck through something, some liquid. Something has been there. All around the lettering and numbers, it's doubled, and there's a rippling effect. And it sort of comes across as really frosted. As I say, the one on the right is just the standard. And in the correct light, you can tell that they're different, but I don't really understand how or why. So I'll be keeping that one on the left, and I'll put it in a 2x2 just to preserve that unique look. And I'll just flip him over, and that's the reverse there. So the reverse seems really standard. It's just the obverse is something. Who knows? And last, but definitely not least, because I always save the best till last, this is my best find from that hunt. This is a struck through error, and I don't know what it's been struck through. So this is a 2016, and he has to front and back been struck through. All under Liz's chin. All of this spot here. There seems to be fill or some sort of rippling or movement of the metal flow through the numbers. And on the reverse is where you can really see, just up in that top area here, just a real change in the way the metal has been pressed. $2,000 coins, and I think I will, me personally, keep maybe 5 or 6 of them. So it's a long time for a few finds. But when you do find them, they're worth finding. And that's what I love. That's why I love noodling. And I hope everyone else finds something really inspiring in just doing what they want and doing what they love and looking where other people aren't, being patient, and most of all, having a fun time while you're doing it, because ultimately that's why we're here. That's the hobby. It's fun. That's why I said to you at the start, it took me 2 weeks to get through this bag because, well, if my fingers were hurting and I wasn't having fun, then it can wait for another day. Catch you, well, probably next week. I'll bring more noodling results because everyone keeps saying, why aren't you noodling, Sim? I'm like, well, I am noodling. I'm just not reporting on the noodling. So I think we'll go back to the regularly scheduled program and I'll bring you some more noodling and catch you then. Bye.